Welcome back to UKSM 18. Thanks a bunch if you stuck with us throughout the intermission. Just a quick reminder that we're trying to raise money for Special Effect, the charity that tries to improve the lives of disabled children through video games and technology. So far, we've raised a grand total... I didn't check that. How much? A grand total of £47. That was very professional of me. Now, would you kindly give a warm welcome to Neku, who's going to be taking us down into the depths of rapture for an any % New Game Plus run of Bioshock Remastered. Whenever you're ready to start, take it away, Neku.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, I'm Neku. I'm going to be doing Bioshock New Game Plus. So we're going to hit New Game, we're going to hit New Game Plus, and it's going to go on easy. First thing I'm going to mention is that we're going to be just selecting this save file, and later on in the run, I'll tell you a little bit more the reason why we're using that save file. So at the beginning of the run, not a lot really to say, not a lot really to do. It's mainly just about 4 to 5 minutes of cutscenes, which is unfortunate. Xbox, on the Remastered Collection, there isn't a major skip that we can do in the Welcome to Rapture section of the game. I believe it was taken out, or it's just bugged out. So can't do that, but that's not too much of a problem. So after the game loads so much. Yeah. Later on in the run, if anyone's a massive fan of a crazy artist, I apologize.
Just to cut in. Should we have started the timer by now?
No.
Cool.
Sorry. Yeah, of course. Don't worry. Time starts when we regain control of the character. So.
Can you count us down to that?
I can do a countdown, or I can just say go, or is.
Just say go.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah. Oh. Good old story. If you try and keep up with the story of this game, I do apologize. It's going to be very hard, but if anyone can do it, free hugs. Right, so time's going to be starting just in a sec, just as we pop out of the water here.
We've actually already got a new donation if you don't mind us.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sweet.
Also, time starts now.
So the first donation of this run comes from Dage4. Hello, Dage4 here. Just wanted to wish Draco good luck on the run. Go get him, bud. Shoutouts to Meki Hatley02 and Phantoms83 lol. I guess that one came in a bit too late. It was a £5 donation.
Okay, so first skip that I'm going to try and do here will save a couple of seconds loading into the next area. Hopefully I can get it. It's a little bit finicky, but always hope. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go into the bathysphere, but we're going to walk backwards, jump, and press A. This should hopefully get us outside of the bathysphere. So we're going to do that. Oh, just missed it. Probably a couple of frames too late on that one, but pretty much what would happen there is that we would get on. Hopefully this bit goes smoothly. Whew.
Just apologies for that. We had some technical difficulties with our OBS. Hopefully that doesn't become a running theme of the week. We're going to let Neku continue with the run that they were doing. We're not going to force them to restart. All you've missed is a bunch of cutscenes. Let's hope that doesn't happen again.
Okay. Alright, is subtitles on? Don't think so. Oh. Okay. should probably mention about seizure warning here. It does get a little bit flashy with all the electricity going off, so. Okay, so we're about to meet Atlas, our favorite character in the game. Wink. Say that. But yeah, so coming up here in the original Bioshock on PC, there is a skip that you can do where you grab the Eve hypo and also save the game, load the game back up, and you're able to get out the cutscene. Pretty much this skips roughly about minute 30, I'd turn around and say, because there's a massive cutscene introducing the splicers and the Big Daddy. If you do the skip, you can just go straight over that. Just get all the way, probably into. Oh, there we go. Just continue throughout the whole entire level. I'm also hoping to get the good splicer, which hopefully he'll come towards me and won't stay the same position. So, no, okay. So he can sometimes come towards you, which saves a little bit of time, probably like a second or so. What about the good time save? Okay. So there we would, on PC, we would save as we pick up the hypo, load that save, and then we'd get out this cutscene. It would try and force us back into the cutscene, so we'd have to keep jumping throughout the whole entire, the rest of this level. Isn't too bad, but on the Remastered collection, I tried this once, and it didn't actually give me the Electro Bolt as it does. It pretty much, I got out of the cutscene successfully, but I didn't have what I needed to move on throughout the level. So unfortunately, we have to sit through this cutscene. So, but after this should be the last major cutscene until Rapture Central Control. So that's a good probably 45-50 minutes into the run. So we'll smooth sailing from there. Also, the time it must have taken to build this city with all the Art Deco decorations and all the architecture must have taken so long. Like, just in one section of the whole entire city, it's pretty detailed. So, you know, whoever built the city, Andrew Ryan and all his builders, must have taken about, what, 2 years, maybe-ish, maybe longer. But so this is just the introduction of the Big Daddy and the Little Sister. We'll see them throughout the run, but we will not disturb them. Well, not really. They determine the good and bad ending of the run. If you harvest all the Little Sisters, it will get the bad ending of the run. If you rescue all the Little Sisters, you'll get the good ending of the run. But if you don't touch any of the Little Sisters, it's just the neutral ending, which is pretty much the same. Okay. Got to escape this tunnel really quick. It's going to start flooding. Right, so just here, we're going to do a little minute on the splicer. He should run across there, and then he should spawn diagonal just here. If you don't go further back enough, he won't run across. That's bad. But we've got all that. Okay, there we go. As you can see with the detail in the collection is absolutely amazing. The foliage and just the ripped banners, I would try to say. Yeah. It's massive improvement with what they did to the collection from the original version. Okay, so here we can just exit the lift just a little bit early, just at the end of there we go. Oh, we didn't grab the gun, that's bad. So, difference between New Game and New Game Plus and everything is I've used a already completed save file. So I've got all guns maxed on upgrades, all of that stuff. Plasmids, health, that's all at max. So that's the difference between New Game. New Game, you'd have to go through the entire game trying to find stuff, upgrade stuff. But because we have it straight off the bat, we can do a few other things that are a little bit faster than New Game because we already have them. Here we're just going to do a little radio skip. Meant to activate that a little bit earlier, but radio skipping is a little bit complicated. I hope I explained it pretty well. So I'll try my best with that. But there's there's two variations of it. There's radio skipping to skip story main dialogue to access areas faster, and there's the opposite of that, where we use that in one area of the run where we want to stay in the level using story dialogue. Also, I think that was a little bit uncalled for, but that's fine. Could have just smacked him to the side. Right. Okay. Just gonna shock this water, jump over the barrier. That was a good jump, actually. Alright, so hopefully I can hit these splices with the pistol that I picked up. Just pretty much makes this go a little bit faster. So there's one, and missed the other one. Nope, there we go. Alright, do I have any bits left? Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, there they are. Nice, okay. That was decent. It could have gone a little bit better, but that was alright. Right, so up here we can do a little bit of thing. There's meant to be a cutscene if you go up to that door, but if we shock the door, it somehow magically just transitions into us loading into Medical Pavilion. I don't know how it works, but it's in the game, so we're going to use it. So this is Medical Pavilion, this is the first stage in the game, and this is the, if you're doing New Game, this is where you'll get all your stuff back. So as you can see, I have all my weapons, everything, got plasmids. I have an auto hack on the save file that I have, so we don't have to go through the hacking process there, we can just instantly hack it. We'll be doing that another time during the run to access a door as well. Okay. So we're also going to be, in this section we're going to be death warping as well to miss out a pretty big cutscene, I'd turn around and say. So we're going to want to get our health as low as possible without killing ourselves just yet. Just place it there. Right, so for anyone that knows Bioshock Run, we're going to say hello to the magic table of flight. This little thing here. Gonna kill that. Oh, get out of my way. Right, this thing is really finicky to get through. So, hopefully this goes decently well. Oh, gosh. I have lost, there it is, right, still here. Okay, there we go. Right, turn around, there we go, right. So yeah, that, as you can see, it's like really weird, but for some strange reason, the splicer that threw it at us made it have magic powers. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to just plop it down here. We're going to lift ourselves, hopefully, over this barrier here, and this is just so we skip, there we go. This is just so we skip that Vita chamber so we can death warp back. I had a funny incident last night when I was running this. I actually duplicated Steinman, so I blocked him, so he got through, the barrier came down, and then he was also up there and here. So that was pretty hilarious to see. Never seen that before. Right, should be a bot there. Didn't get it, okay. If you shoot this bot with the body, it will open the door a little bit more faster than it coming towards you. Okay, so here is another really finicky skip. I've only gotten this once since I started practicing the game. And pretty much, if you can hit Steinman with... No, I didn't get it. If you can hit Steinman with the ammo there, you can actually activate this a lot faster. He'll keep talking, but you can get into the area and kill him a little bit faster. Okay, also what we're going to do is we're going to get this out. So my health is almost pretty much dead. The reason why I have this... What health is he on? Oh, that's not good. Okay. Improvise fight. Oh, damn it. Okay. So, pretty much, because my health was really low there, I wanted it to be extremely low for the fact of when I killed Steinman, I could instantly die using fire and then death warp to that door there and we'd go on. But I've had that happen to me a couple of times, which isn't that great. But also the bin didn't hit him, and that deals like a good proportion of your health because telekinesis in this game is broken. Okay, so cool. I still have the magic table of flight. I can't really go into... Okay, can you stop saying it on fire? Can't really go... Oh dear. Past that section. Come on. Oh. I have no idea what this table is doing. It's not really wanting to cooperate with me today. But yeah, this is pretty much just like a fling trick. Okay, hello. I seem to be stuck. Oh, no, there we go. This is going absolutely horribly wrong. It's fine. Right, come on. No, get me over the wall. I have no control, unfortunately, of how this helps me get over the wall or anything. It's just pretty much luck. There we go. Cool. Right. Let's go back, kill Steinman, and swiftly move on the run. Hello, Steinman. Okay. Right. So we have the key to get back into the bathysphere. So we're just going to kill ourselves here. So this is what was meant to be planned. So we'd kill ourselves here. We'd spawn at the Vita chamber. And then we'd kill ourselves again to spawn at the very start of the stage. This skips out a cutscene that introduces the little sister and about harvesting and rescuing. We're also going to pick up this audio diary to do dialogue skips as well. So we're going to put ourselves in the corner because we've been naughty, killing loads of people. And we should spawn straight back at the beginning of the stage. There we go. Awesome. So that's pretty much Medical Pavilion. The only tricky part of that is obviously the fling over the wall. But other than that, it's a pretty decent stage, actually. Okay, so we're going to be moving into the next area of Neptune's Bounty. Probably one of easiest stages in this game, by far. Just going to do a few dialogue skips to activate things faster, death warp a little bit more. Yeah. Also, I'll show you guys a technique for any casual players that want to go through the game. If you've already played Bioshock, you'll know you have to put all your weapons in a pneumo. We can actually do a little thing where we can take one of them back. So... Okay, so even though we're in a kind of like black screen, we can still move out of the bathysphere. Here we're going to put on a new plasmid. We're going to do Sonic Boom 2. We're going to put on Speed Boost 1 and Speed Boost 2. That's going to give us increased movement speed. And here we're just going to put on some pretty much just extra damage against enemies. Combat is not great, as in there's not a lot of it pretty much, but when there is combat, we do want to be able to kill the splicers very quickly. And because it's New Game Plus, I have pretty much all of them. In the New Game version, where you don't have anything, you just go through, you won't have all these plasmids. I think the run does get speed boost 1, but it doesn't get speed boost 2 anymore, because you have to take quite a few pictures of the splicers using the camera, which we're just about to get. Okay. Right. So as soon as Peach starts talking, we're going to activate dialogue, the audio diary there. This will send down this splicer a lot faster than waiting for him to finish. Hope, come back, please. Splicer. Okay, so we can't actually kill this splicer. Its health is locked. Because it does need to go back up there if it would like to move. Which, at the moment, I think she's just chilling. I think she's just having a good time. So. Are you stuck? Please don't be stuck. Come on. Give this a... okay. Okay, well, she did get stuck, so that isn't the quickest time you can get through that. That's not too great. I think it dealt a little bit too much damage. There is a grenade launcher there, but we're going to leave it. We're also going to wait for the checkpoint thing to come up. We're going to do another skip there. Now we'll open that door. So we can pretty much just use audio diaries to skip story dialogue, and story dialogue is pretty much the indication for if things are moving, like doors opening and such. This plasmid is a little bit overpowered. Probably more broken than telekinesis, but only to a certain point. As the run goes on, the enemies do end up getting stronger, so probably up until Hepthesis, I think, is when it starts beginning to get a 2-shot with Sonic Boom, so that's when we want to kind of start using telekinesis and our guns. So I'm just sniping some of these locks here to try and open them a little bit faster. Okay. Okay, got the camera. Right, so here there are two extra bits of this level, but because we know where the splicers are, they'll spawn right in front of you as you open the 2 doors for it. You can just quickly take a picture and it completes the objective, so we don't have to go through the rest of the stage as planned. So, sorry game devs. So there's the second one, and the third one is just through this door on the ceiling. Just up there. Right, so got all the pictures, now we need to work on taking our health down and killing ourselves at a certain point to death walk back to Peachy. I only knew about this probably a few weeks ago. I thought it was faster just to run back, but it's actually faster to death walk back. So if I can get it, here we go. Right, so we just want to kill ourselves on the stairs pretty much. Again, I don't know how it's tied. There are just different area zones for different Vita chambers. So it works, we'll use it. Okay, alright, I'm going to bring out telekinesis here. I'm going to skip his dialogue. Atlas should talk just in a second, and then we'll skip his and it'll open the door. There we go. Right, we're going to pick up this grenade launcher, put our weapons in the pneumo. We have no weapons. Bam, we have our grenade launcher back. On New Game Plus, it doesn't necessarily really matter. On New Game, I wouldn't say it matters either. If you can use this security camera with telekinesis to kill Peachy in one hit, or you can just use the grenade launcher, whichever one. But right here, we're going to skip his dialogue. That will spawn him in a little bit quicker. And I need to keep an eye out for him because it's very foggy and I don't really know where he'll spawn. Oh, I think he's there. Yep, got him. I think. Yeah. Alright. That was lucky. Alright, got everything back.
We've got a donation for one of your...
Oh, yeah, go for it.
The donation? The donation is £20 and it comes from Ashi. Barely woke up in time for this run. Good luck, little Riku.
Oh gosh. Damn it, Ashi. Okay. So Smuggler's Hideout is the second fastest stage in the game. It's really small. And we're gonna save wee little Patrick and Moira, maybe. There is a huge, well, it is kind of a big skip, but unfortunately I haven't been able to do it successfully yet on Remastered Collection, so I don't think it's possible. I could be wrong about that. But in the original game, you could duck under the door as you press the button to hit the cutscene. The door locks behind you, but if you're quick enough, you're able to get under the door and pretty much just go to Arcadia, which is the next stage in the game. But we can't do that in the Remastered Collection, so in Xbox 360 version of the game, what you would do is you would hit the button at the same time you would die, and you'd spawn at the Vita chamber on the other side of the wall. I've tried this a couple of times, but it is really precise on getting it, and it is really difficult. So I just sit through this cutscene. It's not a huge time loss. It's about 30 to 40 seconds-ish. But there's no way we can do any dialogue skips or anything like that, because I like to call it pretty much a visual cutscene. So, but yeah, Atlas's family in the submarine. Don't wish any ill will upon them. Hopefully they come out all right. So I like to wait by this door just as that pipe falls down as a little indication to know when I start moving. Right, there we go. So I've got a few enemies to go through, but we've just pretty much skipped them. And let's see if my aim is pretty good. Okay, you saw nothing. I did nothing. I didn't blow up the submarine, I swear. It wasn't me. My timing was just really, really well. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to activate that dialogue to skip the story. Because Andrew Ryan would talk there, and it would keep the level loaded in, even though you've pressed to load in the next level. But because we're overriding that, we don't have to worry about it, and we can just go straight in. Oh, sorry, I promise Moira and Patrick are fine. It's all a lie, I promise. I didn't actually kill them. They weren't in the submarine in the first place. Spoilers. Okay. So, I loaded a save file at the very beginning of the run, if you can remember. And pretty much this skips out a whole major section of farming resources for the Lazarus Vector. Also, welcome to Arcadia, absolutely amazing place, especially on the Remastered Collection. It's incredible with the amount of detail and colour they have in this place. So I'm glad we don't skip this in the Remastered Collection. But about skipping, there was a huge major skip for Arcadia. The next two areas, Arcadia, this one, and Fort Frolic, you would be able to skip both of them by going into a tree and pretty much jumping over the barrier to activate the toxins that pretty much make you go throughout the rest of the level and find the Lazarus Vector. Unfortunately, it looks like they've moved the activation barrier for that a little bit more forward, so that means that we can't really get into that tree. As you can see, it activates that. I should be able to get to the tree without it activating. So we have to go through this. We have to go through the rest of the stage. But that's not a big problem because, as it is, this save file has a little bit of a glitch on it. Still within run rules and all that stuff, but it's just manipulating the way the save file works a little bit. So we can't skip Andrew Ryan's dialogue just yet. But we'll be skipping both of Atlas's to activate Julie. So he'll come up, and then another one will come up immediately, and then that's it. So Julie will come on and talk about pretty much Rosa Gallica and all that stuff, and the trees. We just want to wait for this door to open. Right, cool. So as you can see, everything's turned all nasty now. It's horrible. It's killed all the wildlife. Well, the trees. So we're going to go fix that. As you can see with the wrench, I just one-hit enemies at this point in the game. Also going to pick up security, evasion. I don't need it because I already have it, but I like picking it up anyway. We're going to hit this camera. Cameras are going to be a little bit of a nuisance later on in the run or in Olympus Heights because we don't want any alarms triggering. Yeah, let's see if I can... Okay, I got the E-Viper, cool. So there's an auto hack up there. I don't really want the auto... Hell, okay, cool, thanks. I don't really want the auto hack, I want the Eve hypo. We really want to stay stocked on Eve, and usually through the runs, I can get to the final area with about 3 or 4 Eve left over. So it's not too big of a deal. Okay. Alright, just jump through this window. Just bounce on the turret's head, don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, so code for this safe up here is 9457 or 9547. I've already forgotten. It's fine though, it comes up on the window. Lucky enough. But this save file, the reason why we use this specific save file and not a save file at the end of the game is coming up next, we're going to be searching for materials, 7 chlorophyll solutions, 7 distilled solutions, and 7 or 6 enzyme solutions. We're going to need them to build the Lazarus Vector. I've already gone through the game and I've gotten the enzymes and the distilled water and 6 out of 7 chlorophyll solutions. So we just need to pick up 1. 9457, cool. We just need to pick up 1, which is downstairs in where we just came through. 9, 4, 5, and 7, cool. Right. If this was a new game, we'd have to go to the farmer's market, and we'd have to get the enzymes and the distilled water, but that takes too long, so we're just going to skip all that. Just going to wait here for the multi gold to activate. Should be now. Yeah, there we go. Then that's it. We've got the Lazarus Vector, so we're going to go back to the office, create it. There's going to be a splicer up there. I keep forgetting about the splicer, so lucky enough I remembered about it this time. I'm just going to go bang, bye. Shoot it across the room. Right, so on all my weapons I have maxed out ammo. I mainly use the machine gun rounds for this, and it doesn't take too many. But we're going to go through 3 waves of enemies here. But we hope to do this quite fast, actually. So I need to close the gate at the front. So we're going to do that and get some proximities. Go for it.
This donation comes from the ghost of UKSM past.
Cool.
First £100 down. Here's to much more. Good luck with the run. That does in fact bring us up to £100.
Nice.
First 100 of the event. Thanks a bunch, guys.
Okay. So we're just waiting for this door to open pretty much, and then we'll start getting flooded with enemies. I'm a little bit nervous for the next area coming up. Hopefully I can get this. I'm going to do marathon safe strats and save pretty much every single time I do something. Right. We're going to set that alight quickly. and kill these guys that are waiting. Right, so we're going to try and get through this as quickly as possible using Incinerate 3 and the machine gun. We want to stand at this point because we have viewing access of that door as well. One came through that door and that door, pretty much just all the spawns. Also, I feel like these Houdini splices are going to be a pain. I really want to get rid of that camera, but it's not doing too much. Oh, okay. So that's wave 1 of 3 down. Next one should be really quick. And I'll get the indication of when the Lazarus Vector is ready and pretty much the door's ready to open, because if we go over there, the door won't open, so we can't go back into Langford's office just yet. But 2 Houdini splices will spawn in, and we want to kill them as quickly as possible because they can disappear. But if we just set them on fire and then shoot them, because their hitboxes are visible even though the character isn't, we can kill them straight away. Okay, 2 rounds done. I'm kind of glad that we don't have to skip the whole of Arcadia, because I really do like this place, and I like the next place, but we're going to skip all of it, and that's kind of sad. But it does save 10 minutes of the run, so unfortunately we're going to have to do it. Okay, right, the Houdini splices have spawned in. Saw them over there. Just missed them, damn it. Okay. So there's going to be 2 of them. There's that one. And another one just here. Oh, okay, right, we killed both of them. That's fine. That works too. Alright, so that's the waves over with. And we can now restore the oxygen back to Arcadia and the rest of Rapture. So that's that section of the game. All good. Alright. Gonna want to load up telekinesis here. Get ready for this. Okay, so Alice is just explaining there about the farmer's market, because technically it will pull up the goal about going to the farmer's market, but we've already done all that, so we don't need to worry about that. And we can just go straight to the bathysphere. Okay, so Fort Frolic. I am so sorry to anyone that likes this. I really like this place a lot. It's great. But we're just gonna say bye to Sandakoen and magically kill him without even touching him. It's fine. But if none of you are familiar with this part of the stage, pretty much we'd meet a crazy artist guy who likes taking pictures of dead people. It's great. And we have to help him with his final masterpiece of taking 3 photos of descended rivals of his, I guess. But what we're going to do instead, we're going to take this suitcase, this magic suitcase. Just going to plop it down here, next to there. And we're going to take what I like to call the angry bin, because if this messes up, bin isn't very nice to me. We're just going to wait here until we see the bin smoothly go into, it'll do like a little visual animation of pretty much just glitching. Hopefully I got it. If not, I will have to load the level back up. Okay, cool. So we're going to stand on top of this bin. Going to jump up here. Gonna get... Oh, okay. It's a little bit finicky to get, but it does save a lot of time. Okay, right. That bin is securely in there. Alright, so I just need to get up onto this bit. Just here. Right. I'm going to save the game just in case anything goes wrong. Because if I fall, I can just load this back up and I don't have to go back on the bin. Because that bin is really unpredictable, even though it's kind of fixed in place there. As you can see, just fall straight off. Where did Fort Frolic go? Fort Frolic autosave. Why are you down at the... Okay. It's not really where the autosave is meant to be. But we'll roll with it. Because we have I believe the reason why this is a little bit difficult on New Game Plus is because we have the speed boost. So we have to kind of not go full power into it. We have to kind of like have half of our movement with it. So I'm gonna go just like that, right? So we're on an invisible barrier. 2 goes isn't that bad. It's actually gone pretty smoothly. A lot smoothly since I started my practice. So I'm glad we got that. And even though the bathysphere isn't here, we're just gonna... The lever to get to Hepthesis and the bathysphere is still there, so we can just spam A and pretty much skips out the whole of Fort Frolic. That is 1 out of 3 of the biggest skips in the game. So I'm happy that went decently well. You usually get it within 2 to 3 goes, sometimes on first try. First try without saving or anything is really good time save. But as it is, that trick is really finicky. Okay, right. Coming into Hepthesis, this is going to get a little bit confusing. So I'm going to hopefully try and explain this the best I can. I sometimes even get a little bit confused still. But we're going to go back to Death Warping. We're going to do a lot of it in this stage, actually. So get ready for that. But yeah, so pretty much we want to... Okay. Stand in my way, that's fine. With splices and everything, they really do like to pop out in front of doors. And it is kind of annoying because you have to kill them, but they don't want to die, apparently. Right, just going to jump over that. So, main plot of this is that we have to create a bomb now to pretty much destroy or rupture the core and activate the door in front of us. Okay, doing that, that should start that. That's all good. Don't want ammo. Alright. Get Sonic Boom on here. So we're going to put a little bit of fire down there, not only to hurt us, but the splicers behind us. They're not fully dead because it now takes roughly about 2 shots with Sonic Boom, which isn't that great. Hero is actually meant to swap to Explode Buck. This stuff is really powerful, and we're going to be killing, I think it's 2 Big Daddies. We just killed the first one up there, and we're going to leave it there. Hopefully I get a good spawn in this one. It's not that way, so I'm hoping it's down here. Here he is. Okay, cool. So that can spawn upstairs along the side, back through the wall and everything, but it's really annoying if it does. But lucky enough, I got a really good spawn on that. Okay, so we're going to damage ourselves a little bit more. Get this, then we're going to pull up another audio skip. Hello? Okay, I'm stuck. Right, so now we just have to get all the components to create a bomb at this point. So, going to damage these 2. Little sister's there, we're not going to touch her. Just going to leave her be, unfortunately. I'm sorry, little girl. If we were to pick a bad ending or a good ending, it would be in this section of the game. Because we'd have to pretty much, I think it's either rescue 2 little sisters or harvest 2 little sisters in order to get either which one of the endings. Also, another Big Daddy right there. We're also going to need the cans of ionic gel. Right, so here we're going to do another Death Warp. Going to grab this, going to Death Warp back to the beta chamber instead of walking back. And we're going to go grab the final ionic gel, which is behind the, it's just right when we turn in to this down here. So learning the run when it comes to Hephaestus, it can get very confusing. So I highly recommend taking it slow and watching a speedrun tutorial, watching previous runs of the game. You'll get the feel for it and you'll understand it probably within about 5 to 6 times of doing it. Right, so I was meant to be damaging myself a little bit, so we're just going to stand here. Stand right up close to the bomb, make sure I don't die making it. So we're going to create the bomb, die here, walk back to the Vita chamber. Absolutely loving this Vita chamber, it's great. Say hello to little sister. Right, so this bit is a little bit, there's an extra finicky bit, so many finicky bits in this game. Going to jump on here, if I can get on it. Books, love me. Okay, get her. And we're going to jump there, that should do it, nice, okay. Right, so we're just kind of in, oh no, that's bad, okay. Health went down a little bit too quickly. Killed myself a little bit too soon there. Pretty much we want to just get our health down on that top bit. Place the bomb and then fall pretty much kind of underneath the map or under the core and kill ourselves to spawn back at that Vita chamber. This skips about, I want to say, maybe a minute 30. Actually, no, a little bit longer than that, my bad. It skips out an entire fight sequence that we have to do, draining all of the, draining the lava to get down to the core and all that stuff. But instead, we can just hop straight through the core itself by doing that and getting straight over to it. So that's pretty much Hephaestus. One of the confusing, but probably one of the best levels, aside from Fort Frolic. Fort Frolic is best. Okay, I'm just going to use Sonic Boom to clear out all these enemies. Coming up, we're having the next big major cutscene. So any donations or anything that come through, more than welcome to shout them out. Okay, we're just going to do this. No. Okay, so here we're just going to do a little bit of dialogue skipping again. Seeing a lot of dialogue skipping within Bioshock. It's a great help, saves so much time. When I first started running the game, I originally got a 1 hour 52, I think it was. And funny enough, that's still the world record on PS4. So I need to go back and beat that. Right, radio messages, self-destruct. So we want to skip Andrew Ryan's dialogue there. We want to activate self-destruct. This will pretty much open the door behind this wall. Right there, we just jumped over a death barrier. Oh, not a death barrier, sorry. Just a wall barrier, pretty much. Andrew Ryan's dialogue is currently happening in the background, but we're not hearing it because it's on the wall is on a timer. So we've pretty much skipped that, and then we've jumped over. So this is Andrew Ryan. This cutscene is probably going to be about, I don't know, 3-ish minutes. It's just, oh. There was a way to skip it, I think, in the original game. You could save and load just as you go through the door over there, and Andrew will just keep going on about what the cutscene is meant to be doing, but you'll just go through. Even though you haven't killed him, spoiler, you pretty much have the genetic key on you, so you can just put it into the thing, and then when you come out, Andrew Ryan is still like standing around talking, and it's great dialogue, great smashing through the game. But this is just pretty much to come to the conclusion that Atlas is not Atlas. Makes me sad. He was my friend. Oh well. And that good old words, would you kindly, ring a bell a little bit. But
was a man sent to kill or a slave? A man chooses.
okay, just get right in front of the door. I cannot see anything. Am I? Yeah, okay. Right in the corner of the door because I can't see anything, but still. there in time.
Would you kindly? Out for flavors. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this?
Been a massive conspiracy plot.
Ryan's
Ah,
eyes and
who
kill
does? Oh well.
Sit. Would you kindly? Stand. Would you kindly? Run.
The way he's holding that golf club, it really looks like an extra finger. It's really weird. Just looked like he just,
A
his
man
finger was just
chooses,
in a
a slave obeys.
extra long finger.
Kill.
It's a bit graphic, just a little bit.
We've got a donation.
Go for it.
A man chooses.
This is a £3.45 donation from Shygren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, gosh I feel alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is UKSM. Okay, now I'm super duper cutting into my gas budget this paycheck, so I gotta dip out this year unfortunately. And good luck folks, somebody clip when we get to £420.69, okay? Okay.
Obey.
Okay. Andrew Ryan's dead, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, dude.
Hurry now! I have Ryan's genetic key. Now would you kindly put it in that goddamn machine?
Even though we know the truth about Atlas, still gonna do what he says. Okay, so pretty much here we're handing the whole entire city over to Atlas, which is actually Frank Fontaine. Here we're gonna do a few skips to get out of here. Say hi to Ryan. We're gonna need that in just a sec for the next big skip of the run. It's gonna get even more confusing because I still don't know how it works because it is very, very technical with that. But I can explain it the best I can. So, game. Okay, there we go. Cool. So Olympus Heights and Apollo Square is the next two areas. Our plasmids are gonna disappear, unfortunately. But Tannenbaum takes us in pretty much at this point and does a little bit of magic on our brain. Just undoes a couple of things. It's fine. So that's all good. So the no longer would you kindly works on us anymore. But instead Atlas has, sorry, not Atlas, we now know it's Frank Fontaine. Fontaine now has another trick up his sleeve where he can pretty much make our heart stop, which is not very good. So we want to pretty much get rid of that as soon as possible. So here are all the little sisters throughout the run. These are all the rescued little sisters. I don't know how they got here. I haven't touched any of them. So must be someone else around Rapture saving little sisters other than me. Here we can just pick up a couple of supplies, Eve Hypo, medkits, all that stuff. So this is the first instance of the little sisters being a pain, and it gets even worse in the Proving Grounds. And I hope that the Proving Grounds go decently well and they don't end up walking through the whole entire thing because it's so slow. It's horribly slow. Okay, so we're just going to follow this one. Or run ahead her. Okay, this is Magic Teddy Bear. Oh, okay, yeah. So there's like some sort of skip thing here to do with the teddy bear and the little sisters. I'm not 100% sure how this works. I think you can get onto the little sister's head. But for some strange reason, we jump on this teddy bear and it just kind of like, it just freaks out. I don't think it's, yeah, we unfortunately don't have it done anymore. But it just freaks out, and as you saw, I flung back. That's the whole thing with the flings and all that. Okay, just gonna crouch here, grab the wheel, crouch back, there we go. Right. There we go. So this next bit is going to be a bit complicated, bit confusing, but pretty much we're going to load into a next area while staying in this area for as long as possible, just until we get the objective done. So we're gonna hopefully get that right. So we're technically meant to be back in there, but we're not. We're running through the level. We're going to activate a story dialogue, say hi to Ryan. This is the longest dialogue that we have on us at the moment, and we need to get to Shuchong's apartment to obtain the audio diary that explains about lot 192. And then after that, we need to go up to Fontaine's apartment, grab the first lot of 192, and then load into Apollo Square. So this is just pretty much the opposite of what we've been doing with dialogue skips, except from with story dialogue, the game won't load until it's completely finished. So you can use the radio messages from previous levels in order to stay in. So we're going to go limb sites, we're going to back out of that, we're going to hit this one. That will extend the duration because it's still story dialogue. Hello. Code here is 5744. Right, cool, got it. Right, and then just as it starts moving, go back in, back to radio messages, and turn it on with lot 192. So that's all we need to do for that. It's a little bit tricky. It's not too bad when you know what you're doing, but it can be a little bit tricky to new people who are running the game. But it is a really good skip because we don't have to walk all the way back to the loading point for Apollo Square. So it's pretty much just death warping without the dying. It's just load warping. Alright, so lovely big place. It's a bit too big, probably. So we grabbed the first lot of 192. We just want to activate a diary, and we'll then load into Apollo Square. So that is the second biggest skip in the run. And we've got the third one coming up in Point Prometheus just after this. A little bit nervous about Point Prometheus skip. It is a bit difficult if you don't know what you're doing / the visual cues for it. You're just going to hear dialogue constantly of the same line, which is a pain in the ass, which is last chance kill, I think it is. So that's fun. Okay, so when we activated lot 192, our plasmids started freaking out. So we have all the plasmids in the game cycling through. But because we go through this area too fast, it will pretty much just be Winter's Blast 3 and Target Dummy. Those are the only two plasmids that we'll get. But if you spend longer in the stage without getting the second bit of lot 192, it will just randomly pick a plasmid. It can go to Electrobolt 3, it can go to Incinerate 3, it can just go all over the place. It would be really handy if it was Sonic Boom, but unfortunately it's just Winter's Blast and Target Dummy. So didn't kill that camera just in time, so we do have the security bots on us. But that's fine, doesn't really matter too much. We can just deactivate them. Lucky enough we have a bit of money. Oh. So this is Suchong's apartment. Unfortunately, Suchong is dead. My bad. Sorry, dude. Just gonna grab this. So we've got all our plasmids back now. Now we're gonna death warp back to the Vita chamber on the bottom floor and head over to the exit of Apollo Square into Point Prometheus. Okay. Right. Is that camera? Yeah. Okay. So I got the camera, but just not in time apparently. So I have a lot of Adam and Eve, obviously, because I've gone through this game so many times, and I'm maxed out with health, and it takes a while to kill me on easy, fortunately. But in new game, this section here, if you were to play the game on any other difficulty, when going through this little bit, if I can. I really hope I'm not stuck. Ooh. I don't think this doesn't look good. This does not look good. Okay. Right. I might be stuck here, so we're gonna have to, unfortunately, reload the Apollo Square. A little bit finicky there, but it's much faster to go down that abandoned, kind of like broken lift than it is to take the free lift down. You have to jump in a very specific way there that will allow you to jam yourself in between the wall of the thing and the debris in that. And if you crouch, you can just drop straight down and get out. So we're gonna have to run back through really quick. A little bit unfortunate. So 2 things that have gone wrong this run. Not too bad, but still quite a bit. Right. Again, Winter's Blast and target dummy. Probably should have, it would have probably been a good idea to save there, but that's not happened to me before, so that's kind of that's a new one on me. I've been stuck in there, but I've been able to get back out relatively easily. So that is definitely new to me on that one. But I think the debris just pushed me a little bit too far and landed me right in the wall, so that wasn't too good. Grab what? Get all our plasmids back again, kill ourselves, do the same old thing. Just quickly trying to think if it would be a safer option to go down the elevator normally, rather than that happening again. It shouldn't happen again, but... Oh. Honestly, splices that get in my way are such a pain. Really don't like them. Can't kill them fast enough, like close up, so they just stay there. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. Right, there we go. Right, we're gonna save her. Marathon straps, we're gonna save. It shouldn't happen again. If it does, at least I've saved this time, so I can just go straight back into it. Not too bad. The loading time is a little bit. Right. So here we just kind of hop in. There we go. And then maybe if I can crouch. That's how I usually. This is how you usually get stuck. It just pushes you straight back out. Not like what happened. Yeah, there we go. Right. So that's how it's meant to be done. And you'll just land straight at the bottom. If you were to do this on medium or hard, falling from that height will instantly kill you, so it is pretty much impossible to jump on any other difficulty than easy. So that's another reason why we play easy. Also, the combat is a lot faster as well. So coming up is Point Prometheus. This is the 3rd and final big skip of the entire run. I am a little bit nervous about this one, but hopefully we can get it. Been doing pretty well in practice with it. There's a specific setup we need to get. But before I knew the setup, I was just doing it freely, which wasn't good. Was really inconsistent without a setup, but it'll be good. And hopefully we don't get Fontaine to glitch out, because I've had that happen a couple of times, but we'll just take this bit a little bit slow. Okay. So he's just showing off how much Adam he's got and how powerful he is. Big whoop. Alright, we should. There we go, cool. If you go too fast, like if you come straight out of the bathysphere, just run straight past, run to the door, he can actually get stuck fixing this door and it is a little bit of a soft lock, so you do have to load the save back up and do it again. Right. So we're going to take these guys out. Hopefully. There we go. Right. So here is the setup. We're going to put our cursor down just here. Going to look directly at this vent. We want to get 2. There's some planks back there, and we want to get 2 and a little bit of the third. Just want to line back up kind of like that-ish. Going to do a quick save, because if we don't quick save, this is going to go horribly wrong. Okay, right, so there is an invisible trigger on the floor, so we want to jump. Okay, right, I didn't get it there. So you want to jump over that. Where's point for me? There it is. I don't know why my saves are at the bottom for this. This is really weird. And why it's saying September the 1st, 2014. That's even stranger. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to redo the setup just to make sure that it's actually done. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, no, too far over. If it comes to it within the next 1 or 2 tries, and if I don't get this, I will load the other Point Prometheus save that I have, which has the setup on it done correctly, I believe. This is just so we don't get stuck, pretty much. It's still at the same point, still at the same stuff, so nothing's been skipped, nothing's been altered with, so it's all good. Come on. Oh, okay, right, nice. Okay, phew. Oh, got it. Right, I'm happy with that. Could have gone a lot better, but it's a really good idea. Even if you do have to do that a load more times, it's so much faster than probably doing 10 to 12 minutes of searching materials, becoming a big daddy, and all that stuff to get the door back open. So even with the amount of times, it's still saved quite a bit. So this is the Proving Grounds. It's this and the final boss fight of the game, which is Frank Fontaine. So we've got 2 more sections to go. I'm hoping this goes really well, and I'm hoping we don't get the horrible little sisters. If so, this is going to go extremely slowly, which isn't something I really want. But I have no control over the Little Sisters RNG for this. So I'm just praying. So we're going to want our wrench, smack the vent, get the Little Sister out. This is pretty much just a massive auto-scroller. There's nothing you can do here. You just have to guide the Little Sister through the level. Pray that she does this all the way. She just wants to run. She doesn't want to walk. There is a few sections that she can walk through. That's fine. The ideal RNG for this is that she runs all the way through the stage, which is really good. And unfortunately, it has lost a few world records at this point, going all the way through the whole entire game, and for the Little Sister to just walk through the stage. So she can walk through this bit. I'm not too fussed about that. She does have the chance to run to the door, but as you can see, the walking for this is extremely slow. So I'm just hoping that she doesn't do this all the way through. But there's Big Daddy down there. Oh, okay. Poor Big Daddy. I'm sorry, dude. But as it is, we are disguised as Big Daddy ourselves, so that's why the Little Sister trusts us, but that's the only way we can actually get to Fontaine. And as you saw when we loaded into the stage, we just accumulated all the Big Daddy gear. So this doesn't look good for the Little Sister walking through. I gotta keep her protected though as much as I can. She does run when she gets hit, but she runs towards me. And if I move too far forward from the point where she was last, so if she got hit here, she'd run towards me. But her character, like her data, I turn around and say, would still be classified as being there. So she'd walk all the way back and then walk on, which is something that we do not want. Also, oh, thank you. Come on, there we go. That's probably because, no, did you get hurt? Where are we? Oh, okay, no, a few. Okay, so she did end up running a little bit. That's good. When Tannenbaum talks as well, we can just skip that and spawn in the enemies a little bit faster. Go for it.
This donation is from Monster in a Box. £10 donation. It reads, "Good to see the UK repping the speedrunning marathon."
Okay. So at this point, I want to be using telekinesis because unfortunately Sonic Boom doesn't work anymore. But telekinesis still works as a one-shot. Don't know really how that works, but it's just massively broken. Yeah, so she just needs to do this 3 times. She needs to gather Adam 3 times from these subjects. So, oh, she's running. This is good. This is good. Keep running. If you put anything in her way as well, it just kind of launches into outer space and just disappears. It's kind of funny. Right, so she's gonna start on this one. Let's get the dialogue as well there. There's gonna be another bit coming up shortly that I really gotta kill the splicers quickly and efficiently for. Hopefully they won't get to her. Oh, I did a bad job. I'm such a bad Big Daddy. Can't do this. So here, as you're seeing with the crossbow, I'm switching to a plasmid and switching back to the weapon. This pretty much just cuts out this bolt back malarkey. So it just goes in between like that. So we can rapid fire it. We're going to be using Trap Bolt in a minute to quickly kill a Big Daddy as well. Hello? Okay. Right, I think we should just... We could do the same thing with the grenade launcher as well. Anything that has like kind of like a bolt action effect to it, we can just cancel out by switching to plasmid. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, she's there. Okay, right, she's running. This is good. This is very good. So it's not the worst it's been for me, so it's pretty nice. Should probably, whilst we're going through these sections, I want to load up for the Fontaine fight. Right, that Big Daddy up there is what we're going to be fighting in a minute, but we're going to push him aside. He's just going to die. You just walk straight through him. Yeah, he's just going to flop over. Oh, you're running through this bit as well. That's good. I've probably only had her run through this section of the game probably like 2 or 3 times. It's not very often you see that. Right, are you going to run through this bit too? No, okay. Oh, nope, she is. Okay, cool. So splicers are going to come out here. Oh, okay, I have no ammo. We want to kill them as quickly as possible. But she's not been hurt, which is really good. Well, she was hurt a little bit. What are you... Okay. Go away. Okay. So, lucky enough that when she got hurt and she was following me, she didn't want to go back, which is really good. But there is always a chance that that could happen, so I don't... If she does get hurt, I really don't want to move too far from my position, because I don't want to have her run all the way up to walk all the way back type thing. It wastes way too much time. Yeah, so she was just about to start on the test subject, but as you can see, she got hurt, so she came running after me. Oh, I forgot to name the little sister. Damn it. We'll name her Bethany. There we go. Bethany, the little sister. Okay, hello. You came out of nowhere. Bethany, the little sister. Right. No, don't you dare. Right, you done? Almost done. The subject. Maybe. As far as I know, there is no such thing as soft locking with this section of the game. Okay, cool. Right, Spider Splice was the indication, I think. Yeah, Spider Splice is the indication to the end of the wave. That just took a while. I was going to say, as far as I know, there is no such thing as soft locking in this section, or it is, even if there is, it's extremely difficult to soft lock. Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to just do this with the trap bolt. We're going to see the Big Daddy, and yeah, okay, right, good fight. Just going to walk back through. Right. You're hurt, so are you going to go back to... No, okay, cool. So that was a decent proving grounds. It wasn't too bad. Could have gone much better, but I'll happily take it. Right. So because she's been so good, I think we're gonna get her a little present. Just a little present. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take this lovely alive cat. I promise it's alive. It's just sleeping. And we're gonna give it to her. Put it in her. Nope. Take the cat. Go on. Go on. Do you not want the cat? No? Apparently she doesn't want the cat. Okay, fine. The cat's coming with us. The cat's gonna help us. It's fine. Rejecting my present is mean. Ugh. Anyway, so this is the final boss fight. This is pretty much the end of the game now. Time will be at when I inject Fontaine for the last time.
You're going to call that out, yeah?
Yes, definitely. I want to see... Wait, hold on. I want to see if the cat's still with us. I think the cat disappears, but I could be wrong. Ah, cat left us. Rip. Okay. So here we're going to use proximity mines to kill him relatively quickly. And then we're also going to switch to Electro Gel, which I don't think I've actually equipped yet. Nope. Come on. Where is it? There we go. Right. So I used to do this fight a lot differently. I used to just use Electric Gel, which was, in my eyes, the fastest way to kill him. It just stuns him. He doesn't do anything. And on easy, you can pretty much kill him with one whole magazine of the Electric Gel. But instead we're going to put proximity mines down right here. And then when we start the fight, which is now, he'll push us away and then he'll land roughly right about there. They'll go off, damage him pretty much all the way down, and then he'll go back. And then we just want to do the same 2 times. Wow, we might actually get 400 out of him. 4,000 out of him. Okay. So I used up the last one there, which wasn't intended, but it's fine, we've got the Electric Gel. Right, so on this hit of Fontaine is going to be time, so I'll call that in just a sec. So just going to stun him like that. And time.
So, would you like to know what the time for your run was? What do you think, Hugh? Do you want to give a rough ballpark estimation?
You thought you had? That was something I dreamed up, and I tattooed inside your head.
1 hour, 19 minutes and 7 seconds. Yeah, a little bit over. But hey, you still got under your estimated time, so not the worst thing in the world.